Hey, Bill, what day is it?
Hey gang, welcome back to Hey Bill, what day is it? What's your favorite party food? How about date night food? Or just anytime you're starved and can't decide what to eat food? I haven't done any really deep or controlled studies on this topic, but I think according to my experience, pizza would have to be that food. How about it? Do you have any other pizza lovers out there? Yeah, I thought so. Okay. Well, I asked Eileen to check her cookbooks to see what other countries put on what they consider pizza. I couldn't believe the options. Let me explain it this way. Have you ever been to the Coca-Cola headquarters in Atlanta, Georgia? They have this huge room that you can walk around and taste the soft drinks sold in all the different countries in the world. Anyway, no two flavors taste the same. Some are pretty good and some are awful, but all are different. It's the same way with pizza. Of course, I can personally speak for the pizza I ordered and ate in a small village in Ecuador. Basically, it had ketchup for sauce and was topped with tomatoes and hard-boiled eggs and some green stuff. That one was unique. Remember the meaning of the word unique? There's only one and none others like it. For me, it was unique because I'll never order it again. For example, Eileen found that in France, they call it a tarte flambée, and it's topped with fromage blanc or crème fraîche, onions and lardons, bacon. At least they got the bacon part right. In Sicily, it's a very thick, spongy crust, topped with breadcrumbs, onions, and caciovallo, which is a dry, crumbly cheese. If you go to Poland, it's more of a baguette pizza topped with cheese, mushrooms, and a little bit of Polish ketchup. In Rome, you can get pizza bianca, which in America is known as white pizza, but it's totally different than what you would get if you ordered it here. There, it's a street food that has no sauce or cheese. It's just pizza dough sprinkled with sea salt and other seasonings. I doubt that my dad, when he lived in Japan and loved good old greasy American pizza, I doubt that he ever ordered pizza. It's more of a Japanese pancake made with cabbage and covered with seaweed and fermented tuna, sometimes octopus, yams, or shrimp might be added. Notice, though, that there's no anchovies. Now, I've eaten a lot of different foods in my travels, and I always told my kids, try it. If you like it, don't ask what it was. And if you don't like it, don't ask what it was. Just eat what you can and smile. However, there's a pizza in Brittany, France, that I have to admit is not one I will even try. This pizza is actually an appetizer made with caramelized onions, olives, herbs, and anchovies. Sure, you know, the thing that makes your pizza smell like cat food. Yep, that one. I don't care for anchovies, and I'm not making this up. Apparently, I'm not alone because this week, yep, I'm finally telling you what we're celebrating this week on November 12th. It's National Pizza with the Works Except Anchovies Day. You can even check it out for yourself on the National Day calendar. Somebody actually had a day designated as such. It's also the longest title I've ever used on this YouTube channel. Order your pizza the way you like it. Anything is okay, just no fishy business on this National Day, or no pizza for you. Classified as an oily fish, anchovies are a family of small, common saltwater forage fish and range from 4 inches to 10 inches long. However, we are more familiar with the little ones. There are 144 species found in the Atlantic, Indian, and Pacific Oceans. Anchovies are actually a green fish, but they give off a blue reflection caused by the silver longitudinal stripe, which begins at the base of the tail. Traditionally, anchovies are processed in a salt brine and then packed in oil or salt, resulting in a strong, characteristic flavor. Optionally, they may be pickled in vinegar, giving the anchovies a milder taste. Now, back to the rest of the story, pizza. Yes, I know it's difficult to believe, but some historians say that the word pizza first appeared in a Latin text from the town of Gaeta, then still a part of the Byzantine Empire, in 997 AD. The text states that a tenant of a certain property was to give the bishop of Gaeta 12 pizzas every Christmas day and another 12 every Easter Sunday. That's a pretty big offering for one bishop. Most people think of pizza as an Italian dish. During World War II, American GIs developed quite a taste for pizza while stationed in Italy. Probably what they were eating is known as the Neapolitan flatbread and used only mozzarella cheese. The mozzarella was produced in Naples and was usually the highest quality buffalo mozzarella variant. Actually, the origin of pizza is a little bit hazy. In ancient Greece, the Greeks covered their bread with oils, herbs, and cheese. Some believe this practice is the beginning of the pizza. Earlier, the Romans developed a sheet of dough topped with cheese and honey. They then flavored it with bay leaves. Ancient Roman soldiers also came up with a dish made up of Jewish matzah covered in oil and cheese. A few other basics on the origins of pizza. Why is pizza round? In the 6th century BC, the Persian soldiers of the Achaemenid Empire, during the rule of Darius the Great, baked flatbreads with cheese and dates on top of their battle shields, hence the shape we have today. It's been said that when you understand why a pizza is round and sold in a square box and served in triangles, then you will understand women. Today's pizza normally consists of a usually round, flattened base of leavened wheat-based dough, topped with tomatoes, cheese, and various other ingredients, such as anchovies, but not this week, which is then baked at high temperature, traditionally in a wood-fired oven. They also come in any size. There's pizza rolls that are bite-sized. There's a small pizza we would call a personal pan pizza, but it's sometimes called a pizzetta. It's usually 7 to 10 inches in diameter, and then it keeps on going up. The largest pizza ever made was 122 feet, 8 inches in diameter, and weighed 26,883 pounds. A person who makes pizza is known as a pizzaiolo. The popularity of pizza in America has spawned huge industries. The first United States pizza establishment opened in 1905 in New York's Little Italy. As of 2020, there were 78,092 pizza restaurants in the United States, around 53% of which were independent pizzerias. But we can't complain about the world offering so many different types of pizza. We can't even be consistent in the United States about our pizza. Crust style, toppings, sizes. For instance, we have Chicago-style pizza, which has a deep dish crust with high sides stuffed with cheese and tangy tomato sauce. In Detroit, they have an upside-down pizza because the cheese is put on before the sauce. They usually use a ripe Wisconsin brick cheese, and the dough is extra crispy. There's a Hawaiian pizza that has ham and pineapple on it. By the same way, if you use the same pizza and add a sliced banana, you have pizza from Iceland. I guess pizza is good around any kind of water. Warm rolling waves or hard frozen ice. Of course, down here in Texas, we like our pizza large, like everything else in Texas. Hand-tossed dough crust, which, take it from personal experience, tossing a ring of gooey dough in circles over your head is not an easy task. Lots of spicy tomato sauce, mozzarella cheese, and all the items such as pepperoni, Italian sausage, hamburger, peppers, mushrooms, cheese, olives, jalapenos, bacon, even pineapple. Why heck, we even have barbecue on our pizzas, but no anchovies. Pizza is something most of us enjoy in one form or another, but remember to keep everything legal when celebrating this day. According to Louisiana law, it is illegal to send anyone a surprise pizza with or without anchovies. It's considered harassment. I really enjoy my pizza, but it's hard to eat an entire pizza. Although I have to admit that on most occasions I almost have been successful. Once I heard another customer ask if he wanted his pizza cut into 6 or 8 slices, to which he replied, "Better make it 6, I could never eat 8. Sometimes it's miraculous just how far you can stretch a pizza. One time Jesus was teaching a large crowd of people. It was so large that the Bible estimates there were about 5,000 men on the hillside listening to him. Just counting the men, which is what they did in those days, 5,000 men alone would fill 13 747 airplanes. If they each had a wife and 2 children with them, it would be the seating capacity of Madison Square Garden. Now that's a lot of people who wanted to hear Jesus. So they gathered on a hill, far from any town. When Jesus saw them there for so long, he took pity on them and asked his disciples where they could get enough food to feed them. There was no McDonald's or Arby's or Taco Bell or even a Pizza Hut anywhere in sight. One of the disciples said that he calculated they would have to spend 8 months' wages just for everyone to get 1 bite. So Jesus asked them what they had to work with. It turns out a small boy had brought his lunch of 5 loaves and 2 small fish, so Jesus said, "We can work with that." Now the Bible doesn't say this, but Jesus could have taken the loaves and fish and turned it into an anchovy pizza. Good thing there wasn't any National No Anchovy Day back then. Whatever he did, he was able to feed all those people with what he had in front of him. They even had 12 baskets full of leftovers. If you want to read the entire story of Jesus' miracle, look in the 6th chapter of John. If you don't have a Bible, just click on the link in the description below to go to that chapter in the online Bible. I'm Bill Wasore, and this is Hey Bill, What Day Is It? If you want to see Jesus do a miracle in your life, just turn over to him whatever you've got. Give him your time, your talents, and all of the gifts he's given you, such as your intellect and abilities. You won't believe what he can do with that when you give him full control. You can't help but be triumphant with that kind of help.